Feeling no pressure but appears in the media. Getting jiggy with confirmed place, I'm telling ya. Anyway you be from New York to Siberia. Cut up for your own beat and shake it till we end. I'ma put it down, grabbing this crown. Lay your dollars on the ground, gonna double up now. 65 to 4 to 3, 2, one more time. Heavy punchline about to cruise. Let it go, let it out, let it go, let it out. Take a deep breath, deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Lay low, lay high, lay low, lay high. Until you feel the vibes that touch the sky. Let it go, let it out, let it go, let it out. Take a deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. touch the sky. Feeling no pressure, but appears in the media. Getting jiggy with confined, place I'm telling ya. Anywhere you be, from New York to Siberia. Gotta feel your own beat and shake it every year. I'ma put it down, grabbing this crown. Lay your dollars on the ground, gonna double up now. 65 to 4 to 3, 2, one more time. Heavy punchline about to cruise. Let it go, let it out, let it go, let it out. Take a deep breath, deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Lay low, lay high, lay low, lay high. Until you feel the vibes that touch the sky. Let it go, let it out, let it go, let it out. Take a deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Lay low, lay high, lay low, lay high. Until you feel the vibes that touch the sky. Feeling no pressure, but appears in the media. Getting jiggy with confined, place I'm telling ya. Anywhere you be, from New York to Siberia. Gotta feel your own beat and shake it every year. I'ma put it down, grabbing this crown. Lay your dollars on the ground, gonna double up now. 65 to 4 to 3, 2, one more time.
Alright, I'm here.
I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Hi.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar!
I know. So it's... Alright, so back to it. We should be right outside Alonso's event.
We've got to do it.
Oh, we're around. Oh, there it is. The Kaisuk, right? I've been looking all over for you. There was a deeper meaning to Alonso's sacrifice, so I'd have you know the whole truth of it. Alonso said he was going all in on you, so I did too. On the new world you're going to create. The tavern he used to frequent, yes. The place I first broke the news to him. Let's talk there. He actually asked that it be the venue, and I mean to honor his request.
No way he's actually dead.
Allow me to introduce myself once again. My name is Dataran. I'd like to thank you for your assistance.
Why did you kill Alonso?
I understand that you're angry, and rightfully so, but please, hear me out. The execution was proposed by Alonso himself. He agreed to bear the weight of my crimes and die with them. That is, under one condition. He had me declare my support for your candidacy by naming you as the key figure who put an end to the people's suffering. And in doing so, Alonso would accomplish his goal, to bring you great renown.
Damn.
Why would he go through with that?
Perhaps it was meant to be a form of atonement. By giving you recognition and building your reputation, he could pave you a path to the crown. He truly believed that you could change the world. Alonso entrusted me with this letter.
Yes, it
or, rather, with his last words.
I wager you must be furious with me. I'm sorry
Damn, he
I
actually
didn't let
died.
you in on the plan. I knew you would be against it. Believe it or not, I considered myself a just person. My cons were always in the service of a greater good. I convinced myself that it was all for my hometown, for my mother. But that pretense crumbled away. along with her life. I realized everything I'd done was out of my own selfish desires. Such a man ought to die. So, I found a way to make a worthy end of it. Come to think of it, death, too, is perhaps its own selfish escape. When you stopped me, I could finally confront that about myself. The truth of the matter is, I like lying. I like tricking people. Perhaps I never needed to be a good person. On the day of my execution, you'll be lauded as a hero, and everyone in attendance will be none the wiser about my deception. Yes, before long, you'll ascend to the throne.
Does it let me know, or do I just gotta
find a slightly better place? All thanks to my lies.
Or is it like the end of the game where I gotta go talk to
much
everyone?
wrong in my life. But in my final moments, I will become the kind of person I've always aspired to be. I owe it all to you. Even though I know this wasn't the conclusion you wished for, you have my gratitude.
I just want to see Chibi Alonso, though. That's all I want.
The devious scheme, you're tempered by the grace.
Remember your promise. Become
Trickster.
the king.
Are you all right?
I have to win. No matter what.
You mustn't be hasty. Alonso believed you could bring about a better future, didn't he?
It's the day before I
You
fight
there.
Luis.
Bring him what we've discussed. This is Alonso's fortune. Though half of it was pinched from my coffers. Still, the fact that he managed to steal all this is quite impressive.
Appreciate it.
What are you planning to do with it?
Rest assured, I won't be taking it with me. Not after all that's happened. Alonso intended to give this money to his village, but he was terribly distraught when they wouldn't accept it. However, if you, the hero, were to give them the money, that'd be a different matter. Might you donate his fortune in your name?
All right. I'll do it.
Thank you. He'll rest easier, knowing it was you. I'll make arrangements for a coachman to transport this to the village. Until then, his property shall be in my care. Come speak with me once you've arrived. I ask this of you in his stead.
This one's important.
Penguins Square and Brawlhaven lies there at night. Okay. But that was a quest. Alright, let's go fight Luis. As prepared as we can be, and tomorrow's the big day. We'll be up against Luis, and this time he'll be ready and waiting for me. Captain, surely you have reservations about this? Nope. It'll be fun speaking out of turn, but is your mind truly clear of doubt?
Somehow.
You say if you strike down a man who is not your true enemy, will you truly be able to declare yourself a righteous prince?
It'll be fine.
My heart is clear. I know what must be
Yes.
done.
However,
We recruit him. I challenge you on this only because I think it foolish to be brought to a standstill by it.
may I speak?
I do not believe Luis innocent in the slightest. On the contrary, in but a few months he has slain the king and your comrade besides. Is it any wonder that people seek to end his life? He has lived by a doctrine of power, and his every step has been in service of that purpose. He sealed his fate, and you, as a contender for the throne, should not waste time deliberating over whether such an ideology is fit to rule. Is that not so?
It'll be all right.
You're already in second place in this contest. Countless people have thrown their support behind you. Never forget that. Damn near first. Just saying, if it was actually like a statistic, I feel like I would be first. Osmia maybe made a pretty good point. You're going to take back the
Can't lose.
everything we've done for this has been for this day. Let's take it all. Yeah, let's take it all in and stick it to Luis, Farella, and Grius, and everyone we've lost.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. All the pain we've endured will be your power in the end. I'm gonna
Right.
fist him. I'm not a king who believes might makes right. There's no reason you can't be a contender yourself.
Besides,
Now that you declared yourself the prince, it's not like you can afford to fall on your face in front of everyone anyway. That wasn't really a
that reminds
quest.
me.
Nearest apparently wants to make some kind of grand entrance into Grand Tread with the Skyrunner. Despite everything going on, that's his biggest priority. But maybe that's exactly what we need to make this work.
Okay then.
Well then, let's get full night's rest so we're ready for tomorrow. I just wish I had the max punchies.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
He's still gonna get the fist. And he's gonna ice me and get extra turns, but I'm still gonna fist him.
It's finally here.
So, we set out for the royal capital in the decisive battle of our lives. I'm a little disappointed I had just begun to grow accustomed to the cold. Cannot say the same, regardless we've done all we can here. Let us depart with our heads held high, yes? Nurse sure seemed thrilled about arriving by the sky instead of teleportation magic. All it takes is a day to get there from here. We'll have them city folk shaking in their boots. Let's meet at the runner once we've polished off breakfast.
At last, only a day remains.
Whatever Luis throws at us, this is where we end it.
Between him and the Criers, he's certainly made a production of this. You don't suppose it's a trap?
That's not really his way.
He just loves a battle that'll make history. That's the bastard through and through.
Indeed. The man's in first place right now. Not much he stands to gain from subterfuge. But I'll admit, I have my own suspicions.
What? Losing your nerve, old fella? Me? I'm ready to lay the bastard out. I owe him at least one solid whack in the face from Ardell.
You can start with one for Dell. Give him 100 for yourself. If he becomes king, the kingdom is finished. Maybe even destroyed from the sounds of it.
Rella said as much too. About the country being overrun with hordes of humans. That might be his real aim. Though I can't for the life of me think why Luis would want that. I thought he'd made his name as this grand human slayer.
At the very least, we know that Luis will not wield the king's magic to save this land.
We have our own future we're dreaming of. For Maria and Fabienne. For Grius and Rella. We've got to win this. For
Probably shouldn't bring
everyone's
Yufla
sakes.
into this fight.
You would pursue peril.
That was okay, Hulkenberg. Our course set for the capital and the final conversation release. Everyone prepared?
Great. Let's move out.
The stage is set for the decisive battle
I
to
thought it would
take
let me.
place in Grand Tread.
You gonna let me run around
And
the cabin?
so
No.
the Gauntlet Runner takes to the sky.
Thought I could,
He does not
adjust my
return
party.
within the hush of teleportation magic as a mere wanderer, but with the fanfare required of one who would claim to be prince. He is a boy no more. He stands now on equal footing with Luis, and his triumphant descent over the capital will finally make that known, whether or not his gambit is only a means to an end.
Yeah, the end of me wearing the crown. It's mine.
He's here! Wow! It's really him!
Welcome back!
Your Highness!
Flying really low. Clip a wing, crash.
It's His Royal Highness the Prince. We've been waiting for you. Go and teach
Where's my
that
boy
damn
Batman?
Luis a lesson.
Finally! This is better than any of the fables. I'm putting all my money on Luis to win.
Sounds like they're more excited about the spectacle than about the prince being alive.
They are.
Suppose it makes sense.
But by the faces in the sky and upon the rock, we are squarely set in second place. Even with the gap between us and Luis, the prince has faithful supporters.
Though 'tis not truly His Highness's face wrought in stone, but our captain's. After all this time, I cannot help but feel conflicted.
Luis spares nothing for an old woman like me. Saint Rella spoke truth.
We need the help of His Royal Highness the Prince.
He's the boy with a saint's blessing. He's got to be genuine.
Yeah.
If the Sanctus Church's power is waning, should I take His Highness's side over Luis?
Even after her confession, they still keep her words close. I suppose no amount of past sins could make them forget her genuine kindness. Seems strange to say, but we owe her a great deal. Without her, the people would never have calmed, much less placed their trust in us. We can't let them down.
But looking around the city, some of the fervor seems beyond reason.
Your Highness, you can't stop at Luis. You've got to kill all the idiots who believe in him. They're not right in the head.
That right? You're the ones who aren't right in the head. It's because of stiff old cowards like you that this country's been spinning its wheels. Not ever getting better.
Then why hasn't Luis shown up yet, eh? Sounds like he's your coward after he arranged all this.
Oh, he's about to come in. He's gonna come in as
if he doesn't even show up after all this fuss he's made, everyone would feel like fools.
Or attacking the
going
city.
for another big grandstanding entrance like at the royal funeral.
Don't care what he's planning. Either way, he's dead meat.
Save your fury for the fight ahead. But still.
Over there, His Royal Highness the Prince has arrived. Wow, and Lady Juna as well.
I say, nothing wrong with an adoring public, but this is getting more claustrophobic than the engine room. We don't want to get stuck. I'm popping back in the room.
Let's head to the Hushed Honeybee Inn for now. I'm sure Maria will be happy to see us back.
You're gonna have that place overrun. Nope, nope.
All the customers say they're on your side. I was surprised at how popular you are.
Thanks for helping, Maria. We couldn't have done it without you.
I tried my very, very best.
I never thought Luis would be the one throwing down the gauntlet to you. If he'd survived, I'm sure he'd say the same. You'd better get some rest tonight. Come on, Maria. It's time you went to bed.
I wish we could stay up and talk more. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be cheering for you.
We're gonna bring the children to watch the fight.
Finally happening.
We've got to win this. For Grius' sake, too.
Victory is in our grasp.
I guess they brought kids
We
to
once thought it
executions.
impossible to save His Highness the Prince after all, and he now lives.
But without the king's wards, we'll be fighting on even ground. He won't make this easy on us.
The king's magic lived up to the legends. Capable of shaking the world itself. Every man, woman, and child has been at its whims for months.
Not the kind of power any of us want in Luis's hands.
But will this fight truly settle everything? By the spell's own rules, the throne will go to whoever wins the most support. Even after this battle, the crown's fate isn't set. We saw how the people's hearts have been whipped to dangerous passions.
Who else gonna rise up?
When the dust settles,
Whatever they make of it, we've come this far. All we can do now is finish our fight and strike to kill. Any less, and Luis will cut us down.
Indeed. Let us now devote ourselves to victory, and then worry of what comes after. We must believe in all we've yet accomplished.
This should be our last battle against Luis. I'm just trying to stay hopeful.
Oh no, it's not
Knowing
the
how
last
far
battle.
we've come. Now you've awoken your archetype, forged friendships, and taken so many burdens on your shoulders. You've really risen to this fight.
It's been an honor to serve.
Wow. Listen to you sounding like a proper hero. I suppose the prince thing is rubbing off on you, but it takes me back. If the prince could see you now, he'd be pretty proud of you. Don't you think?
Come a long way
I mean,
from
you and he were
running from
best
sandworms
friends.
in the desert.
Best friends. Wait, what?
What's the matter?
Oh, sorry. I felt like I'd misspoke for a second or something. Don't mind me. Anyway, we'll make sure this is the end
That
for
was weird.
Luis. Gotta report our victory to His Highness personally, right? It's like I'm seeing the prince smile again.
One of my least used.
Right. Let's get some rest. We'll need it come tomorrow.
Should probably use mages more, but
It's been a while.
So?
we're getting some rest.
I
Any words
got
of
ya.
wisdom? Let's settle it 101, eh? Of course he does. When all you care about power, everything has to be a duel. Being as his old right-hand man, I can tell you the man's strong, terrifying strong. Can't afford to get careless.
What now?
Wait, do I have to fight him one-on-one? I can't stay monk then. Or brawler or whatever. Pugilist. I really don't have any better options. Yeah, pretty much everything has a weakness. Oh, we're just gonna have to fist through. Fire, wit, and wind, and slash, and strike dodge, but I don't have ice dodge. That would be helpful. Oh well. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Good night.
At long last, my lord, our investigations have borne fruit. We know where the true prince lies. Those loyalists who disappeared with the prince led us right to him. We found traces of their coming and going.
Where was he hiding?
Far to the west of the royal capital, deep within a forest said to bewitch those who should wander in. An old village erased from today's maps. That said, against all odds, it seems that this place is...
The lost village of the Elder. Last trampled by Fortin's troops, sent to burn it to the ground.
You knew then?
I see now. To hide in a place publicly declared as destroyed. Quite a gambit. The prince was born there, you know. An illegitimate son, after the past king's heart was drawn to a woman of the village in his youthful years of debauchery.
What?
Years of debauchery.
Then the prince really does bear elder blood.
Fortin did not raise the village for any defiance of his scriptures. He thought only to eliminate an inconvenient heir, a threat to his power, before his birth was known. The prince's survival, his complete disappearance, this was the missing piece. Zorba, go and snuff them out for good.
Oh.
Sir, consider them annihilated. I've been hoping for an opportunity to test this newfound power.
What douche.
Now, the battle at the royal capital looms. I must begin my own preparations. If you call yourself the prince, then I will give you a prince's end. And I have just the spell to do it.
It's gonna seal me away like more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Ready to face the day?
Same as any other day, I suppose.
No nerves, even. Huh. Nothing ever seems to faze you. It's quite admirable.
But you have to come back, no matter what, okay?
I confess my mind strays back to the royal funeral. Yet we are more than we ever were then. Now we have the power to see this through.
Let's get out there, thrash him, and come back here to celebrate.
Never thought we'd find ourselves back at the Grand Cathedral for the final showdown. Let's pull ourselves together.
I wonder
Ready
if
our
the
supplies.
real prince is going to become known.
Give him
All
hell.
support's going to go to him, and I'm going to lose all support, and bad things are going to happen. Like the prince is actually evil.
Let's head there.
Can we talk? Just sublime.
All right then. Go.
Go visit a church.
Closure.
Be good. There's a slight damage.
Indeed.
Oh shit! No, that goes to.
What now?
Stupid. It needs to go to Cilio.
Closure.
No one's weak to dark. Good fire attack strength. That'd be pretty good for her.
Indeed.
Okay. Oh, does it just flip-flop? That's amazing. I'm being cheap.
Well met, eh?
All right then.
A Luis victory would plunge this world into chaos.
All right then.
Even all the wrong buttons. Like whenever I don't play this game for a day or two, it's just like my hands go stupid.
Hello.
You bloody fool.
This heat is insufferable.
Say that.
I'm chuffed.
Ready?
His Highness, the Prince.
What now?
I did a save, check my minute. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Ready?
Oh shit, I didn't take you out of my party. Oh boy.
Well, bit of a tricky situation. Can't exactly say I'm the tournament's official crier anymore, things being what they are. I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly speaking, there is no tournament anymore. But like hell, if that's gonna stop me, as a lone citizen watching over the future of our country, you can look to me for the latest news on this upcoming fight. Woo! Live free, crier! Fight the power! Very good. Let's begin, shall we? The Day of Judgment is here. The final fight between Luis, military paragon and one-man army, and the boy who claims to be the fallen prince. The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one of them's walking away. Let's see a show of true strength, worthy of our new king.
Your Highness, you can win. Give Luis the boot.
Count Luis! Kill that imposter!
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered to show at the royal capital.
Well, there's no way he'd run away from this. Anytime now. Anytime.
Alright, he's gonna like start launching missiles.
Whoa, over there! It's Luis's Gauntlet runner! And so the leading candidate finally makes his appearance.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. The song of fascism.
Luis.
Luis.
The two titans of this race have finally come face to face. Let's introduce our candidates once again for this final bout.
Anyone not
Our
know who we
first
are?
candidate, Count
I'm not gonna
Luis.
believe.
Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our nation's youngest general. Suspected of attacking His Highness, he was denounced and cast down, but his name has since been cleared, and now here he stands,
He did murder the king,
closest
though.
to the throne.
That he did do.
Then we have the Elden candidate, he who claims to be none other than His Highness, the Prince. Though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his team flourish, counting even the songstress Juna among them. The time has come to demonstrate his power.
If I'm not the prince.
Will it be enough for this youth to take the throne?
I have to commend you. A lesser man would have run. This all began with the king's failings. He was an unworthy ruler, and his incompetence bred the chaos that followed. You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
The intellect to resolve everything.
Can intellect alone protect the people? In the end, words are nothing against power. Now let me ask you, my gathered people, what is it that makes a king?
Power! My Lord Luis, kill him now! Only the strong
Yeah, I don't
can rule!
think you're gonna kill me that
Your
easy,
Highness,
or he's gonna
show
just
us your power!
destroy us.
Young candidate, have you or your party any final speeches before the duel?
We
have only one thing to say. Wake up! Luis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong prey on the weak. He promises protection, but he is the very man who would see you slain. Hear this! Luis ordered my home destroyed by a human. Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak, in raising up
That's
our
our front
neighbors?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone
everyone else
who
speaking?
gets in his
Said one
way.
thing.
If you crown him king, I know the country will burn. Rella said as much.
People, do not let your hearts falter. I desire but
He's
one thing. A world without inequality.
trying to damage
And I
control.
shall gladly offer my shield to all of those who follow this ideal. Those who do not, however, will be slain without mercy or regret. It could not be simpler.
If your equality means you will sacrifice the people who need help most, then I deny your world!
So, you think you have the strength to protect the weak? Then prove to me these are more than empty words.
Lightsaber.
Come then, and act your part in this showdown. I have a new world to build, and you will die in its name.
The time has come.
Oh, souls of
We're
kings,
finishing this.
give me
Here
strength.
And now.
Perhaps
I pray you're ready. It is your turn.
There is no
I'll
escape.
show you. A bit much, actually. I'll be fine.
Here's through!
Nice hit. That was
You
perfect.
better be ready. Don't be scared.
We settle
Here I
this
go.
here.
Come forth now.
You missed.
Oh.
Cuba, come on, focus.
I will annihilate you!
Damn.
I see.
2 attack downs, and that still did some damage.
No need to worry.
Thanks.
I am grateful.
I owe you one.
I will. Let's go. Come on.
Up.
Come here.
Summoner. It
Do
is
it
your
again.
turn!
Give him the 3.
Dodged! Nice one,
At least
Captain!
it dodged the last one.
Watch me! Keep it together!
That helped.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's okay. Lend me your strength. Maybe there's a better choice. I won't hold back. Shatter!
There is no escape from me.
Souls, do your thing.
Get after it, love!
Get wrecked!
Cilio left him wide open! Let's
I
hit
will
that new weakness!
annihilate you! Can you endure it? Come!
Nice.
Accept my challenge!
Nice one,
At least
Captain!
I dodged.
Yuba, we gotta do something about all those ailments! Watch yourself!
I pray you're ready. Come forth now. This is just what I need. No need to worry.
I knew you'd help.
I am grateful.
That helped us out.
We settled this
Greatest
here.
power.
It's their weakness!
Oh,
Come in!
That's your opening, Captain!
how's this?
This is the power said to belong to a
Looks
priestess.
like you can't brute force through this one.
Sure.
If you would,
Leave
please.
it to me!
It's the last sword.
Don't underestimate.
Clear it!
Let's keep cool.
Probably just gonna start attacking me now since she's
Thanks.
gone, but
Can you endure it?
keep changing. Nope. Still ice. Ow. Ow.
I strike to kill!
Captain's down! Someone, help him back up!
Douche.
All yours.
Hey!
In the...
Hey! Wake up! We're still in a fight here!
This calls for one of these.
Still
I
fight the
call
rule of
upon
strength,
the royal
then
soul!
die by it.
You can count on me.
That helped.
I owe you.
I will fight pugilist! Maybe not.
Defend.
I will
See what he does.
annihilate you! Can you endure it? I strike to kill!
Defend.
No!
I would've.
Here I go. Don't be scared.
Can't
Are
keep
you
that up.
prepared? Be ready for anything.
help.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Up close and personal.
No.
Behold this power.
Thought I was next.
That helped.
That helped us out.
Helpful as ever.
Forward! Let's go!
No, we gotta quit. Plus I have money to save.
Can you endure it?
Back to ice. This is gonna hurt. Oh, thank God.
Berserker!
This should help.
Thanks!
That helped.
I owe you one.
I'll give Claret. No need to
I
worry.
knew you'd help.
Every turn.
Thanks.
We can do it for 10 more
My
turns.
thanks.
I'll let my... I won't hold back! Ah!
Well
hit.
done!
I'm
That
ready
was
when
perfect.
Berserker! How's this?
I see. It would appear you have the metal to defend your claims. Then I need not hold back either. I will annihilate you!
Oh, shit.
Can you endure it?
One more ice. Oh, god damn it. Dodge?
Come, accept my challenge.
My shoulders.
Oh, I can't dodge.
To kill.
I'm sorry.
I'm done.
Someone, help him back out. This is fine, Max.
Hey! Hey! Wake up! We're still in a fight here!
Let's try this.
Juna,
Still
are you
fight.
okay? You look like
You
you're
can
about
count
to
on
drop.
me.
That helped. That helped us out.
I owe you.
Juna,
Out to the rear
careful.
guard.
Your defenses are down.
Charging in. I'll get some distance. Ready for impact.
Can you endure it? Not good.
God damn. Just
Come,
going in on
accept my
Stroll.
challenge.
What's happened?
Stroll's dead.
Stroll!
Forgive
Someone
me.
get him back on his feet!
Right, let's make this fun.
Give it all you've got!
You're out of here.
Thanks, Basilio. That's what they get when they mess with you.
5,287.
Good. Very good. Yours is a worthy power, one untainted by petty tactics or cheap tricks. However,
I win. Sorry, Stroll.
magnificent. You truly have become more powerful. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind. You're a survivor of a lost tribe, aren't you?
Humankind?
Because he's elder, you would call him a monster.
You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. History as told by the Sanctus Church is a fiction. No doubt you saw all the evidence of a truer history. One that told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins from the temple?
Yufa! Don't humor him.
But if that war between gods truly did come to pass...
Oh, it did.
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far beyond ours, but they were no gods. They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race now lost. Wielders of true magic. The modern age saw them called Elder, shunned from our cities. But in their time, they were known as humankind.
I thought humans were those mad monsters. What are you trying to say now? Luis, you dog.
Your lies will soil His Highness's
Are we still letting him
no
talk?
longer.
We could just
You believe it
kill him.
false? What would I stand to gain from lies?
Elda are actually humankind? Why wouldn't I know that?
Hear me! His appearance as a boy is mere trickery. In truth, he is humankind. He is kin to the feral monstrosities that roam this land, leaving carnage in their wake.
He doesn't know when to give up. No one would believe this madness.
No need to distress yourself. I'll show you the proof. You, boy, who call yourself the prince. You will be the cornerstone upon which my utopia is
round two.
built.
Utopia?
Punch him.
What's happening?
What is him?
Witness the truth! Good people, you would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is!
Shit. Can't turn human. I just go attack on Titan.
He's a monster! It's a human!
The truth of the humans is laid bare. They're no beasts, but another form of the Elder Tribe. Cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their true colors. He is no royalty, no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne!
It's not true! It has to be one of the Count's illusions!
What illusion? That's no prince! It's a monster!
Well, it could be a curse too, guys.
It'll kill us all! Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet, the aura of Magla, it's exactly like a human's.
He's not!
He's a human.
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this! Ah!
A lot prettier than the other humans. I don't have like 12 arms. To help anyone in need. Was it too idealistic? Was it too naive to win?
Afraid.
At least called it trickery, and even my very body.
Be not afraid, child. 'Tis not thy true self. 'Tis not thy true fate.
Who are you? What do you know about it?
In this moment, thy mind is disturbed, twisted by the power of that man. The time has come. Thou must face the truth deepest within thee.
What's that about?
The deepest truth.
Remember again thy true self, the purpose of thy birth.
Be king. Sorry, I took on a mission to save the prince.
An ideal world. Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals languish, I know I can trust you to see them through.
I just don't see Luis's point there. Like,
It's always been
I
that
already
way.
beat him.
Whenever my life's been the hardest, you are always there to help me through it.
Why make me stronger?
After all, you're mine.
Brother? Am I actually a prince? Are they twins?
Wake up! Wake up! Hey!
Are you well?
What up, guys?
I had a strange dream.
Phew. You seem coherent at least. We saw you take on a terrible, monstrous form. We knew not what to do.
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was eating away at your body and mind, but I've managed to suppress it. He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb to the spell. I don't know if he can withstand the same magic a second time.
I will not let you die.
It would appear the throne is now mine in every sense.
I beat
None
you.
remain to oppose me. Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slay the monster and avenge your people?
Shut up!
I beat him.
Unfortunately, the prince is finished either way. Both this imposter and the true prince at death's door, deep in the woods.
The true prince? You bastard! What have you done?
Bloody hell! Is that why he called us here? It was all just a bloody distraction!
Your part in this has ended. Go where you wish, but I advise you run fast if you would outpace your hunters.
Seize the monster! I don't care if you have to kill it!
Attention now. This looks dire. How could you deceive us?
I knew all along that filthy lowborn was hiding something! Monster!
We retreat to our Gauntlet runner. We must find him safe haven to rest.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no safe haven
I'm
left.
just saying, we beat Luis.
Gallica, we've only got one option now. I'm worried about the prince too.
I know. We'll head to my home, and the prince's refuge, the Elden Sanctum.
Dun. Drastic planning a number.
Count Luis has saved the country! He has driven off the human who sought to usurp it!
Count Luis is our true savior!
Sounds like we've got our next king, then.
Might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
They'll They'll be all right, won't they?
That
He
boy
ain't
is
gonna
no
be anything
monster.
from his venture, you
I'm
don't know
sure
anyway.
they'll be fine.
Luis! What the hell did he do? Stay safe out there, boy.
I did nothing.
The flow of
Everyone
that
saw
evil
it.
Magla was surely born from Luis's magic.
Everyone saw him cast a spell on me.
Terrifying force.
I'll remember that
People
sight
are
for the rest of
dumb.
my days. But he hasn't got you beat yet, my friend. You can't tell me the fight's over.
These people are dumb.
Why?
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They
Sorry,
board
man, I
the
won.
Gauntlet Runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
You're a downer, more.
A hiding place for the Elder Tribe. Wonders never cease.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now, let alone the prince.
No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Know about the prince's brother?
Can you walk, lad?
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the ride here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize. My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
It's behind us now.
Nothing will shake me like that again, I swear it. I will never turn from you. And here's
Did you try
hoping
to-
there can be
did
no
you try to stab
surprises
me?
worse than that.
But what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Gallica, how fares His Highness?
No.
Does the Farsight mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
I'm worried about the prince. His life is in our hands. He believes in a world where people can make their own future just like you. He's the only one who could see that dream become a reality.
Huh?
This looks like...
Who are you?
Are you alright?
My head's swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower?
Was I just like...
A
Did I just like
surprise to see
spawn
them
into
in here.
existence here?
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Did Gallica just spawn here? How are fairies born?
So here you are at last.
it's like an actual dungeon, or...
Alright then.
Oh. So damn, I am really one of the last held up.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire.
At this point, I'm thinking
Those
we're
who
all...
survived were forced
every
to hide in
race
caves.
comes from human, like, old humans.
That way
I don't know
everyone
how
would
that
think
pays
they were wiped
into
out.
what they call humans. The
Tis a
old
shrewd
race.
ploy indeed, to hide in a place the
The
enemy
Eldar are just
themselves saw
the elder.
destroyed.
Oldest race.
Yet, why did Alcis? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
My guy's just like, ugh.
What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. But now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
I don't
Get to
like
the cave.
this.
The Maglet, I'm sensing I'm worried about the prince. We need to hurry over to the hideout on the lower level. Those other fairies? I think they'll feel a little alarmed if we all swarmed in on them. It's a big group like this. For now, let's leave them be and move on. Hey. It's a fairly old Ujif man. He seems he's working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words.
Did we get the fast version, old man?
Before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
How'd you live?
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis, from the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy. twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
That pile.
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
That's somebody help, he's dead.
I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So that was you?
Ricard.
'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Didn't I live here?
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing.
We not met?
Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Russell lays body to rest. Big shovel.
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
I'm just kind of poking the dirt with a big shovel.
I'm a little worried.
I know where the prince is, guys. It's
It's
only one
nearly
direction.
time.
Am I the prince? Are we like one soul split?
Long have I waited.
Beg pardon?
Oh, did you really come here from the outside at the same time? What's going on? Hippie, are you truly Elda? Did I not live here?
Hey, you.
You're associated with the group that's been sheltering the prince. Like, are you Elda? I heard that the prince was the only Elda within the resistance.
You must hurry.
I feel like I'm missing some
The
background
time has come.
on how I fit into the
All was for this
resistance. Like,
day.
where was I? They
There
showed us
is
as kids
still
together.
time.
Gallica, is that really you? I was wondering where you'd gone off to. Thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? The others, they're fine. It's just a bunch of people who died. It's just a bunch of people that died. More importantly, Gallica, we have to go gather petals for that flower. What?
Sure.
From that flower patch in the forest. Maybe later. I'm still on a mission, so now isn't really the time. You've changed, Gallica. You're even starting to talk like one of them. So weird.
What?
You're trying to be a person? You're strange now. The hell? The hell was that? You're strange now. Okay, a shot. Oh, the man-child woke up after such a long nap and then he went right back to sleep. He's not sleeping. It's so sad. In fact, why is everyone so sad? Just play for a little bit and you'll cheer right up. When this person wakes up, we should play together. So fairies don't act like Gallica.
Now what am I to do?
But I say our village is in right now, so if there's anything you need, now's the time. Oh shit, he has weapons too. Ooh.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Now then.
Can get that.
How nice.
I can't afford the axe. That's Scientist combo still works good. I can sell the fist.
Now then. Now then. Now then. Now then. Now then. Now then. Now then.
I'm gonna rip that.
Now then. Now then. Now then. Now then.
Ah, I get it.
Need a little bit more for that.
Now then. Now then.
Enough.
Oh.
There we go. Spent all my money.
This way.
No. Your Highness.
Can we do the stick test? Make sure he's dead.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep
Oh,
over
she had
this
Elba?
child. Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Don't see anything.
Milady Gruade. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruade.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes. Even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother?
Nope.
The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them.
Well, he did the big rock thing.
This boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy.
What's up?
Are you perhaps... no, it can't be. And yet...
Is something amiss, Milady Gruade? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
My voice again.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee. Now
remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
This voice.
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
Don't pass, see the roads I traveled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince
is no longer with us.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, weren't thy efforts all for naught?
Mean voice.
His will lives on.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive, so from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey.
Well, so I am the prince.
And thus, his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I am thou. This feels important, but I'm not sure which one.
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly to name but a few?
Top one.
Yes. Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I don't have a past.
As I said, thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin.
Okay, good.
All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I'm not even really an Elda.
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Do you mean?
Trust and friendship I've gained has been there to support me. If they'd known I came from nothing, that I am nothing, would people have stood by me, believed in me? And the same goes for a desire to help anyone in need. How is it I've touted such a laughably idealistic belief this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom,
Thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
So I bid thee answer my final question.
I am... the prince.
I'm Spartacus.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be?
Oh, I'm gonna lose the heterochromia?
Impossible.
Hey!
Lame.
What's going on?
What awaits us now?
Hark, life is not yet
Everyone's just
lost.
watching like,
Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world.
So it made him so fucking special.
In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal.
I'm literally a self-insert.
It all began with the novel in thy possession.
Original character, do not steal.
Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh.
Ah, the
and
book is a
flesh
relic.
coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was.
So that is kind of my mom. It does look a lot like Kingdom Hearts.
The time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but
See, I
thine
told y'all I was
own.
gonna be king. I don't know if you ever noticed, there's always black lava shards floating around. Yes. I have noticed. Lame. Lame. I like him less now. Your Jason's activated.
What is this?
What's up, guys?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
You say that, but just you wait. Oh,
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form,
Just
if
popped
not
up.
in appearance.
So confused.
The boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose.
Ultimate
a memory
gaslighting.
so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
Don't argue with the Boy Scout.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, You cannot fail.
No! But
I was asking a lot.
I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day when our dearest wish is fulfilled.
How strong
As he
was she?
traveled
Did she have an
alongside
archetype?
thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute.
Hey, don't take my guide
What
away.
do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own.
Oh, okay.
Choose thy own future for thyself. And may the fates
Good, I was
smile
about to get
on
mad.
thy journey.
Alright, you're done. Time to die, Gallica. Blech.
How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How do you feel?
I feel fine, I think.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself, but I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is,
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Thanks to the Vine Relic.
That's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our
You're a
meeting.
homunculi.
What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Dracadios.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
Hey, but now the rest of y'all can do it too.
As a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
Yep.
If that's true, this
If the
is
prince would have
finally
saw me,
your
you think the prince would have been
reunion
like,
with your
hey.
sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh?
my
Lady
OC.
Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His
Nah, I'm
Highness.
still alive.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please, please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more.
Acquire or
Despite
require?
being a member of your royal guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at
all
our
message
meeting
there.
and showed you such insolence.
I pronounce your sentence.
Then I hereby pronounce your sentence.
Give the poor knight a break, will you? You've been by her side all this time. You of all people know how much she's gone through for you.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
You can just keep, calling me Captain.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
This is no time to be thick-headed, my girl. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Still the same dude.
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed
I'm the
useful
prince,
in the
you're
end,
overruled.
wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
I'm literally the same guy, you guys.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people,
So was he like
seeing its truths.
Like seeing
And
as I'm
without
seeing?
him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream,
It became a
but a
metaphor.
self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the
Final
Royal
Fantasy.
Gauntlet. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember. I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
Well, everyone else heard the voice too.
A voice? Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened. Right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruade mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar
you've all
for
heard
me
it.
too.
Hey,
Is that Nurse?
who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Prince's mom.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruade, we want to know everything.
Types gather.
What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village...
Had one fight, rest
it
of
is
this has just been
something
all
altogether
exposition.
different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here.
At least
A
I don't
lost
have to read
haven
it.
underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what
What
we
has
are,
to happen?
you must first know our history.
Okay, I do want to know the
Come
history
the altar
though.
room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
I want to know what Gallica was like before she went weird, according to that one fairy. Also, please refrain from making any loud noises lest you startle the fairies.
Huh?
No, it's you, Gallica. A long time no see. I'm so happy you're safe. Long time. Has it really been so long? Oh, I suppose you're right.
Wow.
I guess you didn't miss me much. It's been several months, you know. Several months? Oh my god. Oh my, Gallica's keeping track of time now, is she?
What?
What do you mean? Day, a month, a year, that's people talk. What does time matter to a fairy? You're almost like them. I guess that's kind of cool. Wow, it's Gallica. I don't know why, but I'm so happy right now. Come on, Gallica, let's play. What should we do? What should we play?
About that.
Sorry, we can't play right now. Another time, okay? What do you mean can't? Are you really Gallica? Whatever though, when you can play, I'll be around.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words...
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
Even the Ujif?
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world, and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Torn apart by fear and anxiety, giving rise to tribes as we know them.
Unbelievable.
So where do humans as we know come from?
We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
Prince, that is to say, I am a sign of both the old world and the new.
Beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding.
Okay, thank you,
But then,
Hulkenberg.
why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters.
That kinda makes
Therefore,
sense.
we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed, but its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
I'm sure
His
the
Majesty
Sanctus
only
Church
hid his
didn't
son's
exactly
ancestry to
start with the
protect him.
racism. I think that came later.
Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path
Thing is,
of the
Luis
rightful
knows
king,
we all came from humans.
the path
He
of
knows
the
that.
modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted.
New archetype. Super archetype.
Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside
Yeah, I'm
it,
weak to ice.
and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There's weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a fantasy.
And besides,
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Luis's methods as the alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out, as though that's the natural order. Fancy. That one's got a... That one has like a full face. And all the ultimate ones have faces. Prince.
let's do it.
No one understands me right away. I accept that. There will still be meaning in showing them my conviction in the fight.
Let's
to
fight.
come. That is my mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you. Even if it is scary.
I want to know where Gallagher got a
You've
little
got to
battle
cope with
suit.
anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels.
Does she make it, or is that like that's
Anxiety
no
can
job?
lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay?
Light mage.
From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Oh.
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magma into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis. He may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of Magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me?
Magic?
You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more Magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the Magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings.
Is that three-eyed guy just watching? Is he just standing in the back?
Embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome. What do you wish to know?
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius, a family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait! What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget
I
a
lost
thirst
everything.
for
Now I
revenge,
must burn
even
the
if it
world.
meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
I mean, surely, Heisman could catch him. I'm just happy I'm actually gonna get another fight. It's been like an hour and a half of exposition this stream. Which I'm glad they're explaining stuff. Is everyone safe? We are. We've had no casualties, however, we were sad like pebbles and worthy of even a glance. I could do nothing but watch. I was powerless against him.
No.
There's little else that could have been done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the resistance, any move we might have made would have resulted in needless sacrifices. I believe the intruder sensed the power of the prince's awakening and came to investigate. I don't know why he would have run away, but surely he has a plan. Tread carefully, please. He's gonna use the dead bodies. He's just retreating to the graves we dug.
Ready?
Nope.
Stop!
You! Zorba. So it was you behind the attack?
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
The whole bottle.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
I already
He is
beat
no
Luis.
imposter,
Just saying.
fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Doesn't like there's a thought going on.
Well,
Like I said,
imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away. But
Wait,
it was
haven't I
all
killed
to
that one
lure
already?
us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
I didn't
This
want to use
guy
that
shows
one.
up again just when we've unlocked some new power.
Necromancer
Kind of
moment, he
feels
brought
like
it back
fate
to
by
life.
now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
No, change out of as you wish. Oh. You can access support for all synthesis skills. It has unique traits not found other, but none of its skills can be transferred.
All right, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
Hey, it's first human pellets left.
Is there another way? By this power!
I can't switch it at any time. I want to switch.
Let's set it up!
Fire ant. Slower its attack.
Together then.
Come on!
Everyone is counting on me.
Is it the
looks
party?
like you can't
Is it the
brute
party
force
menu?
through this one.
Or is it? I just can't
I
this
pray
fight.
you're ready. This This may be excessive. Please, go right ahead.
Let me sing you a song of defending for now!
Oh. Come here!
Ow! Awfully nice of Zorba to just let us fight this thing. I don't have a weapon for this. Like I am ill prepared for using this particular archetype.
The blade's edge.
Yeah, see.
Even my strength will be.
Here I go!
I don't do jack shit. Oh lord.
No, not this. Oh, souls of kings, give me strength.
Let's just try to burn him.
Heed me! Don't underestimate me.
You just keep guarding.
Berserker! How's this? I know what you're thinking.
Ow! Air crit. Oh, someone dodged. Good.
Lend me your strength.
One enemy. One enemy. All enemies. One enemy. One enemy. Okay. So. Hope this not be nice.
Love.
Freeze!
Everyone is counting on me. Summoner. Come forth now. The enemy still stands.
Let me sing you a song. This is just what I need. Keep it together.
I knew you'd help.
Thank you.
I owe you one.
That wasn't my magic. It was Yufa. I know, synthesis.
Right, let's make this fun.
Should probably work right again.
Something else? Berserker! Don't be scared.
And I'll have you know I have a whole, like,
I will fight with
14
Let's set
magic.
it up.
Something.
Like this.
Let's see my status.
Gotta rethink.
Vitus power.
If I had to guess, it's both.
You better be sure.
We'll do this together.
Like, that seems to make the most sense.
If you would.
Come on.
It's probably not
I
full,
shall do
though.
my summoner.
Like, it's probably some weird math.
The situation is changing. After you.
The cleric! You can count on me.
That helped.
I am grateful.
Damage formulas in games are fucking
Thanks.
weird. Especially in, like, JRPGs.
Trivial.
You better be ready. How's this?
Be a friend. Is there? Lend me your strength.
Get after it, love.
No holding back.
Everyone is
And
counting
also didn't
on
hit
me.
as hard as I thought it would.
Here I go. Perhaps it'll be too. I'd rather refrain for now.
Keep it together.
Thanks.
If for over 1,000. Still thought I would hit harder.
I owe you
Oh,
one.
yeah, bad weapon.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again.
Follow my lead.
Never mind.
All right. Oh, I love this part.
You can do this.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Unbuffed, no weapon, no charge, no maidens.
My
Let's stay
bad.
calm. I'm counting on you.
I shall do my summoner.
Heed me. I destroyed it. This'll be
pray
over
that did
soon
something.
enough.
Broken
This might be a
split.
good strategy.
I'm ready. Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
can't
really
be
hurting.
defeated.
She's fine. She's
She was
fine.
hurt bad. Can we get her some
The next
healing?
one's yours.
I pray you're ready. Come forth now.
Let me hold this power.
I knew you'd help.
I am grateful.
Thanks.
So they would make a
Okay,
great
let's have
linebacker.
our bloody time.
He's a little thin, but that doesn't seem to
Tell Woody
bear
to
much weight in
come
this world.
Don't be scared.
Behold, come forth, royal soul. Maybe not. We're looking good here.
Even my... Here I go! It is your
Just
turn!
pass. Just pass. Oh, boo.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again.
Someone dodge. Okay, that's good. You can keep attacking him. Thank you, Basilio.
Watch me! No need to worry.
Thanks.
That was helpful.
I owe you one. Who's right? Let's make
I'm
this
just gonna do
fun.
this
It's
again.
up to you now.
I like doing that.
I bet you do. Hi, I got a new sword.
Not bad.
That would have came in handy.
I shall rise to the occasion.
Ha! I have...
Even I.
Power can be... Does it seem that I've grown...
I'm better and stronger. The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible, but don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking.
I've been telling y'all,
Everything's going
Prince.
according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not find any public backing like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
That was a whole lot of
In his
nothing
own
there,
words,
Russell. Just saying.
We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Those nice words. Years of prejudice won't go away overnight. Nothing could accomplish that, but if we don't believe things can change, they never will.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
Of course. I'm prepared.
I'm gonna punch him.
Yes. That determination is how we'll
Bop.
stop him.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
Most many lives along this journey. And if Luis has his way with the world, such parties will become all too common. We have to stop him.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him.
We already did.
Right?
That's about what it comes down to, yes.
Yeah. It's not gonna be easy. But we work best under pressure anyway.
You...
I just wish someone would point out that I already beat him.
I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well.
Ah, it's Forden's and he's
Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, You'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Yes.
Probably won't win over a lot of people if I was just like, yeah, we all come from
Battle
humans.
lies ahead.
But the humans as we know them are not what those humans
cannot
are.
lose.
But they also
Yes,
are.
before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet
This
runner
one's
for
found my
today,
head that itches.
and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met.
I mean, we were traveling for a little while
The
before the
beginning
game
of my
started.
journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself.
You can get to know someone pretty well on a journey like
But
that
I'm
in a
glad
few
we're working
weeks.
together.
Likewise, I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
Okay, now she's 8. Now she's 8.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. Your tempered bond has become by the great...
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of
Elemental
us, and I'm
Master
gonna lead the
and
way.
Warlock. And so you gain extra turn. Ooh. The fuck? That one looked like a juggernaut. The first one looked like a
When things
like
get
Doctor
tough,
wearing white.
remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
Just imagine a music the Gallica cast for me once. Okay, so she hasn't been doing it the whole game. She hasn't. So that's just music playing in our guy's head. Or is she just recasting it now? Like it was a spell that just lasted, plus swap bodies, and she just had to recast it?
By the way, the Chieftess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
Book is the legacy of my parents, the late King of Necronia and the Queen of the Elden Sanctum. Perhaps the utopia depicted in this book wasn't a mere fantasy, but ideas of the old world passed down in the Sanctum.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world.
Have I not finished this
Let's
book?
read it together.
I mean, I guess I just was born recently, so... I'm like 6 months old-ish.
The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical.
Metaphor.
There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
A true utopia has never been achieved. The so-called utopia depicted within the novel was based on the old world, but it fell into ruin and was destroyed by war. So if this book traces the trajectory of the old world, are these truly the ideals we're striving for? Seems rather the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions.
You've met
And if
Mor
you become king,
multiple times.
you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village, but little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel. But he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we
punch him in
can't
the
lose
face.
either. For the
Really hard.
sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic vision could ever become reality. And yet, what choice is there but to believe in them and fight on? The alternative is to accept that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself.
And
And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
It's all thanks to the books in my local library. And magic. After discussing the novel... Wow, it did not even give me long to read that one. Academia, it seems I've been summoned but more in a dream.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to. And once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler. Not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control
that's the
of your
character
life.
menu.
You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it
Let's see
truly
some
means
sliders.
to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably
You
fated
gotta have
boy.
some sliders.
It almost bespeaks.
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who? I remember.
My mom.
I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And
He's freaking
I
out a
let
little
it
bit.
slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves
here's the
hearts.
Carmine.
Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take
Just told
thy
Moore to
place
shut up.
at the final proving of the ascension
Shut up and go
of
figure it out,
kings.
nerd. Rather, Moore was the author of the fantasy novel. As Moore visits the ancient Elden Sanctum.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Yeah, but for him it was just the Elden Sanctum. Oh, it's me sleeping now.
Okay, all our preparations are
Wow,
just about
still
set.
voice acted.
Now that this is actually happening,
I haven't had to read all
I've
that
got some
tonight at all.
pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? It always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
We can't give up. Stand strong to the end.
Of course. No way we're losing here. I've got the fire in my eyes now.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing?
Can I switch back? I want to punch.
Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
Wouldn't be nice.
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
No, we got a whole nother month.
This place here.
Let's move.
You see?
We'll stop him for sure this time. Doubt all in Grand Traffic give us a warm reception. Still, should you choose not to fight, then Luis's victims only pile higher. Easy to say it will help anyone, but doing it's a whole nother thing. All the more reason we gotta prove we're serious by putting our lives on the line. We'll lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we've crawled our way up from the bottom. Yeah, now we just gotta do it in like a month. And kill Luis.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch enemy.
Ah, damn it! Oh wait, no, it hasn't let me.
One hand on the throne.
Can I please equip? Change my equipment.
They march ever
At the very least, let me equip the sword.
Kindled by battle, they head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
You guys should run.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general.
The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block.
Y'all are old anyway.
Do we hide? Run! Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for
Maybe
idle
not the
chit-chat?
HQ over there.
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Oh boy. Is he still rallying the people for me?
Well then,
I'm coming for you.
let us depart. Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snark. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected. Resurrected? Yes, and what's more...
Yeah, you cheated death, I cheated death. It's fine, it's cool. We do this.
The boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently, and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla.
Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you?
Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power.
I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
I feel like fighting him wouldn't be that hard if you can just get like
As
one punch in
planned,
that eye.
increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain?
We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
He's mad when that tap came over. But the eye is just begging to be punched. Well, damn.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of breeze.
We'll say a lot of the times I do one of my punches, it looks like I'm hitting him in the dick.
Oh no, of course not. I'll just say.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
Damn, Battling.
Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tides. This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news?
Haven't you heard the news, Crier, that was standing right there?
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You've seen Count Luis lie to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to
didn't think about that angle.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right, all right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi!
Burn.
What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Chasing him off.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that
Placing a month. There's still a month left before
fight it off.
this is decided.
Humans
Placing those bets
have
early.
been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Nothing for a month. I got people to talk to.
The royal palace.
Wow, still voice acted.
It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
I'm gonna have to kill you again, old man. That's what Luis is thinking.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O King. The truth behind the royal magic.
Talking about humans.
So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin.
Putrid.
In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Oh, he's Elda.
Thou wert Elda.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet,
neat.
What happened to our village? What happened to this country?
You just declared Elda as monsters, and now you're gonna go out there as an Elda? Okay.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Isn't there some magic in place to keep him from getting it till the contest is over? That would be the point, otherwise we could have just flown up there at any time.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Trad. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict,
You
the
shows up,
Gauntlet runner
children's
comes
card
to
game.
a quiet stop.
Squall just runs up to him. You want to play some cards?
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back!
Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more
the
aggressive
heaviest
welcome
bee on
than
that
I
bastard.
expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
I'm not a bastard. I don't know who my daddy
His
was.
Royal Highness, the Prince, returns. Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored.
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Because he's an imposter!
What?
Just like Count Luis said! You're not fool us into
Luis
getting
turned
a
the... pulled the chains
Oi.
off.
Calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a carapace like you, and you spit on him. Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juno, I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince? I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
And the people just
Hey,
completely
Eugene!
changed.
Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame. Shame! Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you! How dare you strike out at him?
And you're all
They're
welcome
all
to try and
traitors,
fight
I
us,
say!
but you will all die.
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pikes soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
That's a good way to die.
They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi! Over here! Don't
Yufa.
bother with them!
Hit him with the magma
No
thing.
talking this one out. You need to run! Now!
The magma beast. Just hit them all. Wipe.
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know.
Warm up,
It's not
Galaxy
true.
Track 3.
But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before.
Galaga, play still for
Capital's
humans.
populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So,
not good.
At the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone, and oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some
Yeah, it's
time.
been waiting to explode.
Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that.
Yeah, only a little
To
bit,
my
really.
shame.
You seemed more
Before I
impartial
met
than
you
like
people,
anyone else.
I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
With all the red magma
Kind of
around.
ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
I don't get to hang out with people. So you like to just calm down at least a tiny bit. Battling the bros, right?
All right.
Anyway, we should make our way to the Shiny here when it's gonna happen.
Luis,
Swordboard. Oh wait. First things first. Soul Hacker. Attack defense. Ooh, that's really good. 3 ranks. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say this for a minute. I was wearing the runic vestment. No, we're on the frontline wrap. Let's switch to. Really don't have anything else. I guess I'll just keep the comic curious. The stats. Very high.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
No, I'm going back to punchy. I need the leaves.
I'll let my fists do the talking.
Oh, I didn't even look at it fast enough.
What now?
Distract fate, needs allies. Support attacks from comrades happening more easily, and enemies are stunned more easily. Oh, that was a good one.
Luis is the only one left. Smash it all to bits!
What's up, people? It's me, your boy.
Everyone, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Since you left, Luisa's following has only grown.
Have you changed? You're still the same person, aren't you?
'Tis quite a
Just lost the
story,
homophobia
but
in my eyes.
it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
I have white hair. I'm a true
All right, wait a
anime
minute.
protagonist.
Let me get this straight. I had thought
Midlife
all
crisis,
this business
dumbass.
with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff. But under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince. Is that right?
Kinda.
Still, I mean, how do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Frankly, I doubt it. We've just seen firsthand how far we'll get trying to talk the people down.
Then what will you do? If this goes
Someone to
on...
break in.
But you're still you, yes?
Yes.
You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
Yes, that's right. It'll all turn out fine.
Good.
I see. So, even if no one believes you, you're still determined to settle the score with Luis head on?
Even so, the gulf between us is wider than ever. The people have all but named him their champion. With so little time, a guileless appeal to the public may fall on deaf ears.
So we use our friends.
Hard luck for the honest knight. And not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky. You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural. It's as if they've been collectively drained of their sanity, and if I had to guess what's causing it...
You're implying it's Luis's doing? All the eeriness
He's
in the
absorbing their
sky.
magma. He's gonna super spell.
Is that because...
Don't know, but the change in the citizens is certainly odd. If something really is forcing it, that means we might still have a chance to fix it.
Luis is doing the royal palace, whether or not he truly desires the world run by humans. We won't know his mind until we confront
On
him.
the other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
There's gotta be something up there.
Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace and put a stop to whatever Luis is cooking up. With that Skyrunner, you're the only ones who can.
Can do, in about a month.
And we'll fight in the ways we can too. We'll make sure the whole kingdom hears that the real prince is back after all the strife he's been through.
Indeed. If you can make things better, you might just inspire everyone to remember their own hopes and dreams. Maria's been terribly patient, waiting for you and believing in you. It'd be nice to see her smile again.
Right.
Luis is behind all these disturbances. Stopping him will only help us in improve ratings. We restore civility and rational thought. It'll pave the way to defeating Luis. We must press on with faith in
I'll
love.
always believe in you. We'll all do our best, so you can be a good king.
Indeed. If we win, I suppose you really will be king.
That's literally the whole...
We're counting on you, O king.
Kinda want to hit him.
'Tis too late today for a
I haven't
grand
hit you yet,
charge, I
Straw,
fear.
but I want to now.
Let us take a night's rest, and on the morrow, we make for the castle.
Another night's rest? Guys, I have been resting for like 5 days.
What to pick?
I'm tired of resting.
Good night.
The day of the hero draws near. We
Ah,
shall
cool.
see the crowning of a new king. 31 days remain.
Finally changes.
To all the people who dwell in this land,
It's getting closer.
This voice?
soon naught but 1 month will remain. On the dawn of the day of the hero, the one who has inspired the greatest faith of the people shall inherit the kingdom. I bid thee forget not these words.
Wasn't expecting to wake up to such a spectacle.
Could you imagine if
But
he
I
did that
suppose
at
that
like
confirms
5 a.m. or like 4 a.m.
This
everyone's asleep?
is where it
And he
ends.
just start hearing that
Luis has
talk
already
and
fortified himself behind the palace walls.
scare you to half to death.
Good thing we've got a Skyrunner. Or it'd already be over for us.
Or perhaps it is us he has been waiting for all this time.
However disturbing the world looks now, 'tis only a prelude to the deadland Luis strives for.
Sky looks proper hellish already. And with all the humans out there, it's no wonder everyone's losing their grip.
Well, he wanted a fair world where strength decides everything. Funny how that's indistinguishable from absolute chaos.
But it's Luis who has the most support right now.
It is chaos.
And that wasn't born of deception. He broke the nation's order, and everyone knows it.
Sure enough.
Ah, the game is
That's what got
shoehorning me
our
into
Tellarite
law hero
human to
role.
begin with. Figured the
Damn it,
world where the
Atlas.
poor and weak get trampled on was a world worth breaking. Come to think of it, what do we all stand for, really?
Maybe hope.
A little broad, don't you think?
You're a little broad.
I don't really know what everyone's talking about. But everyone who's seen you and your friends say you're amazing. You make them really, really happy. Because, you know, you've got all the tribes in your team. Everyone's different, but you keep working together and doing great. You're so cool.
A fair point. You're quite right, Maria. It is a hard thing to word, so forgive my fumbling. But perhaps it is a matter of standing for something Luis does not believe exists. We must prove that it does.
If you keep on believing in what you want, and you keep on working hard for it, it will come true.
That's right, love. I can think of plenty of people who would be much happier if they took a page from your book.
I see now. This is surely the essence of true magic.
Best of luck, Your Highness. After all those speeches about taking the throne, it'll be awfully irresponsible to go dying on us now.
This mandate for everyone to be sacrificed in his wake. We have to prevent that from happening. Whatever Luis is doing in the royal palace has to be stopped as soon as possible. Heads up to us.
Right.
As soon as possible. As soon as I go get some people
Let's
I
keep an eye
hate.
on the calendar.
Round
the
out
king's
my
deadline was the dawn of the day of the hero, so we've got until the day before. And that won't be the end of things either. Even if people come to their senses, it would amount to nothing if Luis sits upon the throne. Personally, I think we should prioritize our main objective here. I'm sure we'd get it done, but we have to make sure we have at least 1 day to spare before the day of the hero.
We've got a few days left. So,
I got a month.
So Luis is hiding the floating royal palace here. Here's where we are now.
Hit with some shooters, hang with besties, you know the usual.
Let's put an end to this.
7:25, 30 days left. Spring dread weather, if that was bad enough, be cautious of inclement weather called blight. Blizzard follows and your support will be indispensable when it comes to surpassing Luis. Sound sure you have no regrets when you depart.
So?
Smash it all to bits!
Right, he wants to hang out. With, Barden. Barden's at 7, so let's go hang out with Barden.
You?
Is it really? Is it you? Oh, so it is. Bit of a different air about you. That's all just all the motivation. I know you're bursting with great stuff. So you see, I have another question I need to ask you. You said before that you didn't really want to be king, didn't you? I knew you weren't lying about it then, but if you change your mind, you do plan to clean? Yeah, I do.
Aye, yes.
I understand, and I promise to support you even more. But that begs the question of what I can even do at this point. I have to say, you show up at the most perfect time, you do. I got a 6th sense about it. But to announce the governor Mortira again, seeing as it wasn't settled before on account of the sandworm. Put another way, I'm about to get the boot, but you've been at my side every step of the way. You deserve to be there at the end. You're about to win.
Gastro's been acting as a proxy since the giant sandworms made the governorship one big open question. Everyone's gathered here today to learn what's what, and probably to sentence me to exile.
That's terrible.
I do feel terrible, but that one vote they took was correct after all.
I asked you all to gather here so I could speak about Mortira's governance. While Barden was recuperating, I was glad to act as his proxy. However, henceforth, I would like Barden to resume his duties as governor.
Change of heart.
But what's this?
This town's autonomy was initiated by your sheer pluck.
Pluck.
At the time, I cooperated only so I could use you for my own ends. But
did my guy get tanner?
I had a revelation in those moments.
Or is the hair making him seem
as
tanner?
The giant sandworm approached. I saw that I cannot even protect myself, much less the people. When you returned here, exhausted and in tatters, I regretted everything from the bottom of my heart. My actions are unpardonable.
Sir Gastro, but if I go back to governing, it's...
Have some faith in yourself, Barden.
All right, if you say so.
You have your sword.
I'm just not sure where to start. Except to begin with an apology. My excessive measures frightened you all. And I implemented them because of my own insecurity. I was anxious about whether or not I could keep you safe. So I turned to surveillance and barriers. No more. We'll keep some of our armed forces, but what I really need for security is to have faith in you all. That's why I am not fit to govern.
Things will be different now.
He's right. We've changed. From now on, we won't push all the power and responsibility onto just one person. Barden, listen! I followed your example and built a defensive barrier myself.
I did too. And I had an idea. We could turn uninhabited houses into shelters.
How's the village of Small have uninhabited houses?
That's true. But you're not the only one at fault, Barden. This is just as much our town as yours.
Oh, laddies and lassies.
You see? After 2 disasters, everyone has a more mature view of things. You're free to decline. But is that really what you want to do?
This town has like 100 people.
Now I must apologize. If it truly is what everyone wants, I'll be the governor of Mortira again. This time, I won't do anything to scare the populace. We'll have faith in each other and the town's unity will be known far and wide. And for our first step, I have the perfect suggestion. Step forward, young man.
Support me.
The reason I stand here now is thanks to this fella. He is the hero who saved this town. The one most worthy of the crown. I want us to support him as the future king.
Yes! Barden and a hero together!
Du-du-du-du-dum.
Come to think of it, I never told you the truth behind that bit of arson. It was this little poor wee un who started it. He didn't mean to, but he touched an igniter some fool had left behind. I only know this because just the other day he came to me begging for forgiveness, all in tears. If I'd known from the start, I would have just thought it a lone accident. Instead, I acted like invaders had infiltrated us. Got my people all terrified.
But in truth, you're a kind person.
I'm the kind of man who rushes in without thinking. I ought to take more care and not act so rash.
Yeah. Yeah, you should.
Let's focus on the future now. This region, in fact the whole country, depends on it. Mind if I ask you just one more time?
There's no one more qualified for the job than you, Barton.
And you truly believe that? Then I must devote myself to the work even more, so as not to disappoint the future king. Thank you greatly for everything you've done. This only happened because I had your support. Even when I made mistakes, you stuck by my...
The honorable, you're tempered by the great...
You're the one who brought light to this town, to this country.
That sends the wrong message.
Today really is such a bonny day. I'm blessed with the greatest of friends. The townspeople love me, despite all my flaws. And everyone is so...
No, he's crying.
Thank you again.
My popularity rate gonna change? Thanks to Barton's strong faith in me, the people in the material fully support me. Yeah, see, there's only like 30 people.
All right then.
Let's go.
Oh. Hello.
Hello, aren't you the candidate who claims to be the prince? If you are possessed with princely skills, then I might have a task for you. Place some distance to Altabria called Mount Volcano. As you look for the War King's legendary greatsword there, story goes that ages ago the War King united the land under his exemplary leadership. Even the sword he carried began to stop the legends. Said to be of stunning, awe-inspiring craftsmanship. Traveled many leagues to help sing, and in fact, it's been 10 years since I first said it. You are far away from where it's supposed to be. It's at Mount Volcano. There's a very little bit of monsters. No doubt I'd die before I found it.
Will ya?
So I figured I might enlist someone so princely in my stead. Of course, I'll reward you handsomely, and you're sure to find other treasure there too. What'd you say?
I guess so.
Just look for a sword.
Much gratitude to you.
You really do it. You have my gratitude. I shall, of course, prepare a suitable reward. Not to mention the sword is yours to keep. I just want to see it.
We did it!
Great sword is silver and Mount Volcano.
Let's give it a shot.
Legendary greatsword? Question mark?
That's where... Let's see here.
Help me, will you?
Yeah!
Blah, 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 blah.
All right then.
Any other quests? You heard 8?
Intriguing.
I
see.
Actually, let's do something
All right
else.
then.
Need to really work on my eloquence.
Let's go.
And I need to hop off too. It's getting late.
Well, I guess that's the end of it.
Yeah, I still haven't got that achievement.
Guess there's nothing to be done about it.
Luis is the only one.
This place.
This place.
Why don't you stand up here and give a speech while everyone's bloodthirsty and hates you?
What is there to be done?
Well...
Wait, when did eloquence go up? Before. Oh yeah, I remember I made an influencer joke. That's right. I did do that.
And this place.
This
Got some nerve showing your face again, rotten bastard. The only thing you're the prince of are the humans. I'm sick and tired of your lies. Blood Red Sky is all you're doing, isn't it? Do us all a favor and just let Luis kill you already. Oh shit, I didn't mean to hit that.
Please listen!
How's it? Sky's Luis doing?
You having a laugh?
Saying lies like that? Bold, do you think you still get people to trust you now? I wanted to believe the rumors about him being the prince were true. Looks like he's still no match against Luis, though.
Alright.
Slightly, Jesus.
Well then.
The day of the hero
Slightly
draws
improved.
near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 30 days remain.
Got it?
Speed?
Hey, the hero. Hot Springs and Alphaberry. Alright. Basilio? No.
Shall we?
What can I do?
Smash it all to bits!
Why the fuck is her brother reaching out? That... Why can't I hang out with Basilio?
What now?
Basilio, we only got a little bit of time to get this S-Link knocked out, buddy.
Hey!
Alright, so good for you. Well, I got it every road, so I can run the road. Ah, okay, so we gotta get on the road. Alright. Keep that in mind. And it looks like Yufa and her brother are the only people, so let's go to her brother.
Alright then.
Let's go!
Preparations are Now then.
Let's see. And right there's a labyrinth.
Yeah,
Which
there
one?
it is.
Let's see. It's your call. Let's move.
If we teleport, we can get there by midday. Why can't we? What? Should be there now. What? Not a very good teleport. It's still an amazing teleport. But if it takes time. Alright, it is a quest.
Let's go.
Hello there.
I apologize for bringing this up, Felix, but I have something I thought I should tell you. I have been searching through some old history to review our traditions, and I discovered something of a set of towers scattered throughout the country.
Whoa!
Tower? Like that one place, right? Yeah, we're familiar. But that's how it makes things look like. According to the books of red, when Tormund rocks the world of men, a sign will appear in the towers 3. 3 trials for 3 towers. Upon the hero proves thrice worthy of formidable power that has been sealed away in this world of his head. Essentially, 3 towers will appear each of their own trial, and their conqueror will attain some kind of great, unprecedented power. The nature of this power is unknown. However, judging by the description of worthy hero, I sense these trials were only sure strength, honor, and other like qualifications. Did I think that happens to Luis attained it?
What will you do?
It's not that on here. It's called Spire of Blind Faith. There's no something about others. Life's information you'd best ask the important.
Let's take a moment to prepare.
Thank you.
Are these worth?
Whoa.
So I'm sorry to leave the island, struggle out and deploy. Them as my eyes and ears when I need outside information. Things as they are in the world, I'm sure they won't be hard to find, seeking more populated towns. To be frank, I believe these trials to be dangerous ones. Looks insane, countless are those who have lost their lives. I believe anyone can overcome the cheat. That's why I wanted to inform you.
I'll see you again.
Alright, let's
All right,
go to the informant. Is Yufa here?
Alright then.
go!
I assume so. I assume that's the handshake.
Can't see a single fancy ocean here. Shit.
Yeah, proclaim by she dash. You guys will win this. Your lights open. Ash. Man, the house is terrifying. I interpret as strong suggests that you would need protection from fire to go in. Certainly.
Come again, Eddie.
That's all I know. Thanks.
We stand behind you, Lady Ufa.
What's the world coming? Can't see a single good option here.
All right then.
We'll get to that.
What can I...
We should hang out with Yufa. Alright.
What now?
And that's gonna do it for me tonight. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Oh, I will not be on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so I'll be back on Saturday. Normal time. Probably go late Saturday too, but will not be here tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out. No one on the raid. Nope. This never really is. This time of night.